I wrote a book, Father First, and how my life became bigger than basketball. And you know, when I first came to the league, I remember early on they was asking me to write a book, and I was like, what have I accomplished? Like, I'm talking about basketball, you can Google that, and it's not really nothing exciting, you know. So I think, you know, I waited to a point in my life where I felt that it was something that was so important that I had to write about. And I thought fatherhood was something that, you know, I shared with so many different people around the world. I thought parenthood is something that we all share. So this was a subject that I wanted to touch on. And I touched on it by using my own personal experience. You know, I went through, you know, a very public, a very ugly custody battle, you know, for my kids. But at the end of the day, I was doing it for my kids because I wanted to make sure that no matter what, I was in their lives, and I was in their lives in a big way because they don't deserve anything but that. And so fatherhood is something that is so important to me. Thank you. And my family as well. So, and I think I just learned that, you know, like I said, when I don't ever remember my mom and dad together. I don't ever remember them together. I think they probably separated when I was like 3 months. So I didn't know them together, but I did know of the love that they shared for the kids and for each other. And so that's all I knew, you know, growing up. I knew that it was all about the kids. It wasn't about self. So that's the same mentality I took when I went through my separation. My divorce was, okay, that didn't work out. I was probably a terrible husband. That's fine. But I'm a great dad, and I know that. And I wanted to make sure my kids know that. You know, they are my everything. You know, obviously, you know, everything I do, every morning I wake up, every night I go to sleep, I'm always thinking about what I can do to become a better father, what I can do to become a better person, to better their lives, you know. And I travel so much, you know, we got such a busy schedule, I work so hard, and I miss so many moments in my kids' lives that it hurts me, but I'm doing it for, you know, obviously to build a legacy.
You talk back in the back that some of the principles that you teach, that you talk to them about, you teach them, some of those R's, those respect, and some of those other things. Give us some. What would you be? Let us know what you're teaching them.
So we talk about in our family the 3 R's, right? What's one?
Listen and obey.
R.
Respect.
Respect. Look at it, yes. School. We talk about school too. Respect, routine, responsibility. So, you know, that's one thing in our house that we feel is very important because I feel that, you know, I feel that things start at home first. You know, I think every morning that they get up, if they follow this, like what you guys got, these guys got a list of everything they have to do before they get up. They say brush your teeth, put the toilet seat down after you use it. We got a whole list, and these guys have to check this list off because it starts at home. It's a routine. The biggest thing we can do is we can show them by example, and that's what I try to do, and that's what when I go out and speak to fathers, I tell them, listen, I don't have all the answers. I'm not the perfect dad. You know, we all are going to make mistakes in parenting. It's no book that can tell you how to parent the perfect way, but you have to learn how to parent from your kids. You have to learn from your experiences. You're going to make mistakes. Do I make mistakes about being a father? I was going to give him a microphone. Will not do that. But we all make mistakes, and I think, you know, we learn from our mistakes. I learn from my mistake. When I do something, I'll be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have did that. You know, and sometimes I say something, I'll be like, yeah, I think that went good. You know, and so you just kind of, you know, you make it up as you go, and, you know, but like I said, I listen and I learn from them, and kind of their personalities, and kind of how they are as well.
One thing you can tell is that you got a lot of fun in your home. You got a lot, you know, I think that's important. That, you know, it gets so stressed these days, people paying bills and, you know, working at the office. And I think having fun and keeping laughter and joy in your home is important.
I got comedians over here.
Tell me a last question. How about your book? You touched on it earlier, but anything you want to tell us a little more about the book? Because we want to pick it up afterwards. It's called Father First, and just I know you could have written on basketball and anything else, but this is close to your heart.
Yeah, you know, my book, you know, Father First, how my life became bigger than basketball. I really, you know, as the book started off, I really opened up about my childhood, you know, my struggles, kind of from my point of view. I think even my mom and my dad kind of seen things from my point of view that they never heard me talk about before, or never really thought about, in a sense of how, you know, the decisions we make as parents affect your child, good or bad. You know, their decisions that they made affected me, and it affected me in a good way because I didn't want to do it, and I wanted to do certain things differently, and it affected me in a bad way as well. But that was their path that they took in life, and because of their path in life, I became the person that I was. So I appreciate it, even though it was tough, you know. So I talk about my childhood a lot in my book. Then I go in the meat of the book. I really talk about being a father. I really share stories about my family and what's important to me. And I touch on, you know, as I talk about before my kids came out here, the times when they wasn't in my life, when they was, you know, living with their mom and I wasn't able to see them the way I wanted to or talk to them, and how hard that was for me, and how hard I had to fight to make sure that we can have these moments, you know, sitting up here on the stage right here together. So, you know, Father First, I really just go into my life, and I just kind of, in the raw, tell everybody my personal experiences in life. I use this platform that I have to kind of, you know, to kind of shed a light on something that we all deal with, and it's being a parent,